This is Jonathan Langer, Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Chris Billam-Smith here in McGuigan's gym. Chris, just seen your son was in the house today. How many times have you brought him down to the gym?
Well, they're up with me at the moment. Mia and the little man are up with me in camp, just because it's not proper camp yet. So yeah, he's been in quite a bit. He's only 8 months old, so hopefully he won't remember it and he won't be into it, so it'll be all right. But no, it's amazing having them around.
I did suggest to Shane maybe a future fight between both of your kids, but I don't know.
Well, he said he didn't want his son to box, but then also said yesterday, 16 years, because they were both in here yesterday, and he said in 16 years' time these two will be sparring. And I was like, I don't think they will. Not if I can help Frank and get him into someone else. But no, it's great to see them both. They're both happy kids, and me and Shane are loving it.
Want to go back to December, probably one of the knockouts of the year against Jai, I believe his name was. Just walk me through that shot, because it was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the finishing shot was the one that sort of completely finished him, but it was a good combination. Started with a right uppercut, little step back right uppercut, and then just finish him off with a barrage of punches, and then that finishing shot was obviously I knew it was enough. As soon as I hit him, you could see him just folding off. So it's scary, watching it back, but thankfully, obviously, he was okay.
That's some big wins in your career, but was that the most satisfying shot in front of all the Bournemouth fans and things?
I think probably not, because I think that the one against Craig Glover, when I finished him, there was a lot on the line that night, and I knew how good a fighter Craig Glover is. So I had to really be on it. So the elation I felt when the ref waved that one off was amazing. But I mean, shot for shot, very, very satisfying, and obviously the best knockout of my career so far.
Any conversations with Ben Shalom about what's next?
Yeah, I mean, we've. I'm not the one to be pestering him. I've got a team that do that for me, thankfully. So Jake's been onto him. We're trying to obviously get a world title shot back at home, back at the stadium, and that's the plan. That's the talks. We're progressing towards it. So fingers crossed we can get that over the line.
And do you reckon that could be Jai Opetaia, or because there's talk that he's still injured and things like that?
Yeah, you believe he's just had a shoulder surgery, so I don't know how long he's out for. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm ready. I'm fit and ready to go. So if he's ready, then great. If not, then the IBF have stripped people for having less time out of the ring. So maybe they'll strip him and I can fight someone else for it.
Is the winner of Badou Jack Makabu something you're also looking at, maybe? Absolutely.
Love to have the winner of that fight. Both. I believe I've beaten both. So that's another option, of course. When's that? End of this month, I think. I believe Badou Jack will win that fight. I think he's just probably a bit tidier than Makabu, and probably work rate slightly better. And I think that's what will come down to, work rate on the night.
I was watching obviously the Eubank-Smith fight. Did a good job on comms, I thought. Was that your debut, was it?
My blow-by-blow debut. Yeah, that was good. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the compliment.
Are you going to do more of that? Is that something you enjoyed doing?
Yeah, I love doing it. If Scott will have me back, then great. Hopefully I can do some more. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great. Obviously, get a really good view, nice up close and personal with my old foe, but probably future foe as well. So it's a good opportunity for me.
See, Ben got you two in the ring together. What did you see from looking at his performance? It looks like he's made quite a lot of improvements.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a lot more controlled now, less raw. But puts his shots good well. He's become a better body puncher. He's definitely becoming a better all-round fighter.
That makes surely a huge rematch.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, imagine if we both won a world title and unified, that's a monumental rematch. So, yeah, I mean, if it's a huge rematch anyway, and if I can't fight for a world title next, then I'd love that fight.
And then I saw an interview that Lawrence Okolie did with Seconds Out, I believe, and he was talking about how logistically it doesn't work, being with Shane anymore, and he's out in America, I believe. He also mentioned that the fact that he gets on very well with you and you're very good friends, but he said because you're sort of climbing the rankings and things, potentially you guys could meet in the future. It'd just be business, but he said he wouldn't want to stand in the way of you not getting a world title shot, if that makes sense, because you're in the same gym. I don't know if you saw those comments. It was all very respectful, but like he's basically saying you two potentially could face off. Would you say it's possible?
I mean, it's obviously now it's possible. It was obviously before it was impossible because we've got the same coach. I don't think Shane wants to run in between corners, in between rounds. So yeah, it was. Now it is possible. I mean, never say never in this sport. I can't see the fight happening, but if Lawrence is still at the weight, when the time comes, then for sure. So we'll have to wait and see. But I can't ever really see that fight happening, to be honest.
Final question. In May, it looks like potentially Fury taking on Oleksandr Usyk. How do you see the fight going?
It's such an interesting fight. I mean, I'd never ever like to pick either man because neither of them know what it's like to lose. They don't know what losing's about. They don't believe in losing. Do you know what I mean? It's they're both unbeaten for a reason. They're both talented, but it's just I don't like. It's something about Usyk which makes me 0.0001% lean towards him, just about his aura. I don't know what it is, but it's just I'd lean ever so slightly on that side of the fence. But I mean, Tyson Fury 6'9", and he knows how to use his attributes. He's super strong, and he knows how to bully people. So if he can go and impose all those strengths, which is what people were screaming for AJ to do, is bully him and do all lean on him and make him tire him out. Then if Fury can do that, then I'm sure he'll get the win.
Chris, really appreciate it. Hopefully we see you at the Vitality in a few months.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.